So they would say, okay, there's 1,000 acres, and then they would take, 950 acres, and there was 50 acres unaccounted for, and somebody else would cut it up. So there's people that will go back and actually find property that is unclaimed, find descendants, and go back and actually claim that property and get money on it that way too. Do you see that in large commercial tracts as well? Also, you have to be very mindful of contamination. New Jersey has more Superfund sites than any other state in the country. So a lot of the Superfund sites have to do with farming, especially, with pesticides that were used in farms. You go by Route 1, you go by places off of Ridge Road, and you ever see property and it's like, medium-sized trees on that. If you went back there 50 years ago, that was just all a field that was being farmed. And once you stop farming it, the field just comes back and trees start growing back through it again. Everybody says, oh, this is untouched land. It could have been farmed for hundreds of years. You don't know what was in there. A lot of farms use arsenic and they use lead and they use DDT as pesticides. So you're thinking it's virgin property. These are things you have to get, really have to get environmental agencies in. You have to get your site plans. You have your wetlands delineations, number 1, and then wetlands delineations, number 2. You have your EPA and your bore samples for pesticides that go on that. So these are things that if somebody's a speculator and they say, okay, I'm buying this, they don't do this due diligence beforehand, they can actually, even though the property can be worth millions of dollars, the cleanup might be cost more than the property. So in essence, the property is worthless. So these are things that, remember, you're representing your client in commercial. But what you really should be doing is, we are not professionals in this. You need to know